So, today we are going to discuss the economic impact of Limestone County being a dry county. Brad, how do you feel about this?
I feel like it being a dry county is bad for economic reasons, because that way we don't get the sin tax and we're not able to spend that money for better things like roads or schools or any kind of property. Now morally I think it's wrong, but it does help out economically.
Well, Brent, are the alternatives to this worth it in the long run?
I think so. I feel like the money coming in would be a lot better than the money we don't have coming in right now.
All right, Ramon, how do you feel about this situation?
Sure.
How do you feel about the economic impact of Limestone County being a dry county?
I believe that if it was a dry county, we wouldn't be bringing as much sin tax, which we wouldn't be able to pay for highways or even the federal debt.
Are the alternatives worth it in the long run, though?
I believe it is. I believe we should switch to a wet county so we could pay for highways and state buildings and federal debt, and it would be more successful, because if we became a wet county, people wouldn't have to drive as far to get it, and there would be less drinking and driving accidents.
Good response. All right, Michael, how do you feel about this situation?
Get your chair.
I don't have to repeat the question. Hopefully you already know.
Alright, yeah. I think that being a wet county is good for the economy, having the sin tax and the taxes and the dollars that we could get and spend on useful things like schools and roads. And yeah, basically
That's a good response, Michael. Gabe, do you want to put some note on this? I imagine you're the most opinionated person here, so you got to have a good response to this.
I'm not getting out of the chair though.
What do people do when they drink? They eat. What do they do before they drink? They plan to eat. Because drunk people don't cook very well or drive very well. So every supermarket and every fast food place will benefit greatly from everyone who gets hammered on the weekends. I don't drink myself, but I think the amount of benefit and economic stimulus that would happen for people that drink often and heavy and religiously is unsurmountable by any type of moral indifference. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but it'd be better off if everyone sort of opened up to the idea of a wet county. You don't have to drink, and yeah.
All right, Annie Ellie, how do you feel about this situation?
Well, I guess it would be a good thing for it, because it'd be stable, and if taxes do come in and money comes in, it could benefit the people that live there. So what else?
And what would the alternatives be in the long run if it was to be a wet county?
It would be sort of good in a way for to be a dry county, but sometimes it's not always good.
Yeah.
So it could be either side, whichever side
Yeah, there's
people
positives and
think.
negatives.
Yeah.
All right, Nick.
I feel drinking is bad in some alternatives, but morally, I don't see any problems with it. Hey, Jesus drunk wine for the last supper. I mean, so the whole moral thing is kind of blown out of proportion. I mean, it helps stimulate the growth of our economy by a long shot. I mean, you can look at Madison, you can look at Decatur. I mean, their economics are, a lot better than Limestone County is. I mean, their crimes may be up a little bit, but, there's more people. I just believe if you drink or if you consume any type of alcohol, you need to, be in a safe place. Don't go out on the road driving. Don't do anything stupid to injure anybody else. Just stay in your house, drink, or if you're going to go to somebody else's house, drink. Just do not get on the road. That's where I have the problem. Back to you, Brent.
All right, Ambry, the last one. How do you feel?
I feel like that drinking, you don't have to do it, but I think that us becoming a wet county would definitely help. Like Nick said, our economy would thrive a lot better. We'd have more money to fund schools and other kinds of projects. So I think overall it would be a better alternative for us to be a wet county. Although morally, most people don't stay in there. You don't have to do it, but you can be open-minded to it.
Everybody wins.
Hi. What is the economic impact of Limestone County being a dry county?
We lose revenue to other counties, to neighboring counties. Lose our businesses. It's money our businesses don't make. It's tax dollars that Limestone County doesn't collect.
Okay. What would the alternatives be?
Sell alcohol. Not that I'm for selling alcohol, but that would be the alternative to not selling alcohol.
Come on, Coach. I need a longer opinion.
What's your...
Okay, Ms. Downs. What is the economic impact of Limestone County being a dry county?
Well, the best way to evaluate that question is to compare it to similar counties of similar economic backgrounds and population numbers to see if changing from wet to dry helped their economy, especially school systems, because we would like that money, before making any hasty decisions. You know, definitely a lot of research needs to go into that, knowing how it affects first responders such as police. If there was more domestic disputes, and that would cost the city money, having more EMTs and having people on call to respond to accidents that are associated with the consumption of alcohol. So, you know, there are some negative financial attributes to going wet, but the positive ones, you know, people are going to buy alcohol one way or another if they're going to consume it, and it's better that they buy it from local instead of across the state line or into the city. So that way, you know, people here are buying here and the money stays here. And so I can go into my whole little ego spiel again, but you know, the least amount of traveling you have to do to go get alcohol, that means less CO2 emissions. So I like not having a lot of pollution in the air. So that's all I got for you.
From all of us, it was
Take three.
Don't take your glasses off.
from all of us at West Limestone. From all of us at Gabe's van. Stay classy.